Welcome to the Marketing Revolution Podcast. This is the underground movement of savage marketers from all over the world. We are not Fortune 500 companies. We are real entrepreneurs with real businesses that have one major thing in mind: to set goals and devour them daily. Because we understand that everyone wants to eat, but only savage marketers are willing to do the hunt. Now let's get this revolution started. Hey, what's up everybody? John Hiley here with the Marketing Revolution Podcast and the Marketing Savage Facebook group. Hope you guys are having an amazing day today. I want to bring you guys a little episode here of something I kind of discovered while I am chilling here at Zion National Park. Maybe a little windy, by the way. It's kind of windy here today. You guys can kind of see the mountains in the background for all of you guys who are watching on video. So you might hear a little bit of wind. The audio quality might not be as good as it normally is in the podcast studio, but you guys will get it. Y'all will get the point, okay? So just a little lesson that I learned while I was here. I'm going to talk about that here in just a moment, but if some of you guys haven't listened to the previous podcast, we're actually here for a 4-day mastermind. We're actually here a couple days ahead of time, and some of the couples that are coming out to our mastermind group. This is a mastermind group that we started last year that we sold out at one of my last events, and we're all meeting up for the yearly get-together. Actually, supposed to have 2 per year, so we got to schedule another one. But as you guys know, COVID just destroyed all kinds of travel plans. One of our very first travel plans was to go to Miami Beach, and we actually had an Airbnb rented there. That was pretty much the equivalent of a mansion on the beach. And then that got stomped on really quick because they closed down Miami Beach, and then everybody was getting weird. It's back when everything was really starting to get weird, you know what I mean? But it's kind of cool how everything works out. We came to Zion National Park in July. Me and my wife came here. We fell in love with the place. We found a badass Airbnb that's on the other side of the canyon. The first 2 nights, though, we're staying here. It's a place called the Cable Mountain Lodge, and we actually got the same room. It's called the Canyon Vista Suite that overlooks the actual entrance to Zion National Park. I love little towns like this, and it's in a little town called Springdale. And as I'm walking through the little town, any entrepreneur, I'm more absorbed with the local economy than anything. I'm looking at, the little laundromat that has the same little chairs in it probably since the 60s. And I'm looking at all of this stuff that has that, nostalgia of early America, and I'm just enthralled with it. You know what I mean? I really don't know how to explain it. I guess if you're listening to this podcast, you're probably an entrepreneur, you're a marketer, so you guys get exactly the way I feel when I'm walking around, look at these businesses, looking at the coffee shops here. But one of the things that I can't help but doing while I'm walking around a place like Zion National Park, it's so beautiful, is thinking of other businesses that would do well here. I'm continuously, just looking at everything. I'm sitting here literally calculating. They got a bunch of places that will rent bikes here. And, I'm calculating, how much a bike cost. The fat tire bikes, probably $1,000. They're probably getting $50 a day rental, probably more than a freaking rental car. People are riding them things all over the place. So it's that's a good business model, but it's capitalized on. There's quite a few places. I see Excess bikes sitting in front of the place, although they're probably renting a ton of them. Probably doesn't take a lot to get your investment back. Seems like a lot of the local economy restaurants around here are doing really well. One of the things that struck me this morning, because I'm currently doing 75 hard, many of you guys know that. But one of the things that struck me this morning is that I'm staying at the Cable Mountain Lodge, and I asked them, I'm like, hey, where's the gym? Is there a gym here? Nope, not a gym. But the great thing is the world's a gym, and there's a bunch of shitload of rocks here. So here in just a minute, when I get off here, I'm actually going to go out and start lifting some heavy shit, lifting some rocks, and that's how I'm going to do my workout. I might go swim in the pool as well, and kind of double down on my outdoor workout today. But that being said, that's one of the things that occurred to me. It's how could you open up a gym in a place like this? So they're telling me that there is no gym in this specific place, right? There's a lot of Airbnb rentals around here. probably sure that a lot of the hotels have gyms that are here, but that's something that's missing in this area, right? That's something that's not here. So, I mean, what type of business model could you set up for like weekly gym visits, monthly gym visits for the local? What type of investment would you have to put into to actually get reoccurring revenue? So that's one of the things that actually hit me while I was going through, Zion and just asking questions and things like that. What you guys really got to understand here is, as an entrepreneur, this is the way we're always thinking. If you're just starting into becoming an entrepreneur, just wait. You'll eventually start thinking like this. I mean, like everywhere you go, you're looking for opportunity. It's fucking amazing. And the next thing that I want to talk about is my wife was. So we're trying to figure out, like, because right now we got two couples here, so there's 6 of us, but we all want to take a ride through the canyon, and so we're trying to figure out like what kind of rental cars they got, because our rental car will haul that many people, but it's got like 2 smaller seats in the back, so we don't want to take it. And my wife stumbled across bus tours, so they have like private vans that will come and pick you up and take you through the canyon, and whatever, you pay like a bus tour fee, blah blah blah. So as she's reading them, it says right there that bus tours are in very high demand. So expect very long waits and things like that. That's another thing that you guys need to look at being an entrepreneur, is like when you find something that has such a high demand that they're literally on the catalogs where they're trying to sell the shit to you, they're telling you that there's a high demand, and then you call the place, right? Because that might just be a marketing tactic. But then you call the place and you find out there's a long wait, seems inconvenient. You know that there's an immediate market for that. Okay, so that's something that if you decided to build an infrastructure around, and I wouldn't even care if you just went and bought one van. You became one of the people that were backed up like everybody else. There's going to be a market there that you can actually step into, and right away you're going to start making money. Now, as an entrepreneur, you would start thinking of things like seasonal changes. You'd want to ask questions. You would want to tap into how many people are around here certain times of year and things like that. How much money could be made off of, respectfully, probably a $30,000 van or even a $20,000 van. And how much reoccurring revenue could be made, what type of SOP could you put behind it, meaning what type of systems and procedures, what type of employee would you have to hire, and what would be the cost and what would be the return seasonally for something like that. Are some of the things that you look at. And to be honest with you, like, look, I'm not looking to build a gym here, or I'm not looking to build out a freaking bus tour type thing here, right? But as an entrepreneur, we're always thinking, and I don't know where you're at in life or where you're at, specifically in business, but I just want to let you know, I mean, there's opportunities everywhere, and you got to train your mind to begin to seek out and see these opportunities, and jump on them. I mean, there are literally opportunities everywhere. And in this world and in this economy, I know everybody tends to want to think that it's horrible, but the truth of the matter is there's more money pumped into the economy, and there's more money floating around the business world than there ever has been. So, people ask me, is now the time? Fuck yeah, now's the time. Look at the business model, make sure that it makes sense, but if you can if you can tap into one of the outlets that a lot of this money's coming through, you know what I mean? If you could tap into that. And one of the things that I think, just in general, going back to Zion National Park, tying this all in, people are driving now for vacations. They're not doing, obviously, international travel. And places like this are hot. I mean, this whole place, I'm at the Cable Mountain Lodge, it's booked out. A couple of my mastermind, Cole and Michelle, they got a place here, but Craig and Lisa, they had to get a place down the road. I know Mike and Mary, they probably had to get a place down the road. Luckily, I got in early on this shit, man. I got in early on it and got this same room right here, guys. So I'm just going to pick you up here. I want you to show you the background that I'm sitting here. Isn't that incredible? Just check out the background that's behind me in this canyon view suite that we're in. So, that being said, guys, that's my lesson for the day. That for the Marketing Revolution podcast. And if any of you guys have not joined the Marketing Savage Facebook group, jump in there and do that. And something I continue forgetting to do, and as a marketer, it's the worst ever because I need to start doing call to actions on this. Hey, look, guys, I don't charge anything for this podcast, but what I do ask you is that you share it with some friends and that you write a review. Now, if you don't like the podcast, you don't have to write a review, but if I add some value to your life, if I've helped you out, if you can take literally 2 minutes out of your day to write me a review, that's going to help me build the momentum that I need to continue doing these podcasts, continue bringing value, and trust me, I'm going to continue bringing more value above and beyond what you could ever imagine. But if you guys can help me build this tribe, push this movement, make shit happen, I'm just going to be able to do so much more. I'm going to be able to impact the world at a higher level with all of these things that we have coming out with the Marketing Savage course, with the free Facebook group, and just a bunch of other things that we're going to have rolling out within the next 2 to 3 months. Just bringing you guys the absolute most amount of value that I possibly can. And hey, I'm glad to have you on this journey. I'm glad to have you guys right here with me sitting in Zion National Park overlooking one of the most beautiful canyons I've ever seen in my life. And anyhow, y'all, I appreciate you. I'm going to see you on the next one.